It's showtime for Canada's biggest movie theatre chain. Cineplex has reopened all locations after a 6-month closure. The company reports it lost over $98 million. That's a 95% drop in revenue. But it could be lifted by a tent pole. That's a showbiz term for a big-budget film that becomes a box office hit. As Mike Armstrong explains, there are hopes a new thriller could be the ticket to getting moviegoers back in the seats.
Here we are.
This isn't something he had to do.
Back to the movies.
Tom Cruise is in London filming another Mission Impossible movie, and Wednesday took time to see a movie. He documented his trip to catch Tenet on Twitter, mask and all.
Good to be back in a movie theater, everybody. I loved it.
We all believe we'd run into the burning building.
Now, Cruise wasn't really promoting the movie Tenet, but the movie industry in general, an effort to get people back into theaters.
That movie is being watched by everybody. The whole industry insiders are looking at it.
Vince Guzzo runs a chain of theaters in Quebec. He says Tenet is the movie that'll decide how quickly the industry turns around. It was supposed to be one of the big blockbusters of the summer. Instead, it's really the only one. The latest Wonder Woman was supposed to come out in June. It's been pushed to October.
My father cannot fight.
And there were movies like Mulan that simply went straight to streaming. Tom Cruise's Top Gun was pushed from this summer all the way to next summer, but Guzzo says he's spoken to a Paramount executive who says it could be moved up.
And try to understand it.
Depending on how Tenet does.
If that movie performs anywhere close to 50 to 75% of what it would normally have performed, it's a hit.
Now, in Canada, theaters have reopened. Cineplex is running 100% of its theaters, but at reduced capacity and with new cleaning protocols. But attracting people back to theaters may be a challenge. According to a recent poll in the U.S., only about 24% of millennials are comfortable going back to movie theaters. It's even lower for baby boomers, just 12%. Those, by the way, are the same numbers for going back to gyms where people are sweating and breathing heavily.
Hasn't happened yet.
Well, the industry is holding its breath right now. If Tenet doesn't perform well, it could mean even more big movies pushed back even further at a time when a little escape is more than welcome. Mike Armstrong, Global News, Montreal.